Lesson 9-8, dividing polynomials. When we are looking at dividing polynomials, we're going to look at a couple methods. One method would be using the long division. The other one would be another form of factoring. So divide a polynomial by a monomial, find the quotient of each term of the polynomial and the monomial. You can also divide a polynomial by a monomial by using a process similar to the division of real numbers. So here, they're just factoring out the greatest common factor, which was 6x, and they're dividing 6x by each term, and you're left with 5x minus 4. So with long division, the other method, with real numbers, you're just doing like 96 divided by 3, doing the long division, so 3 goes into 9 3 times. 3 times 3 is 9. You put that underneath, subtract below, get 9, or 0, bring down the 6. 3 goes into 6, 2 times. 2 times 3 is 6. Subtract below and you get 0, so your answer would be 32. You're going to do the same thing here. You just want to match up the first term of your polynomial when you're dividing. We'll get to one of those towards the end of our lesson. For example 1, divide a polynomial by a monomial. So I'm going to take each term, and you're dividing each term by 3x squared. So 6 divided by 3 is 2. X to the fourth divided by x squared is x squared, minus 41 divided by 3 is 7. X cubed divided by x squared is x, minus 24 divided by 3 is 8. X squared divided by x squared is 1. So my answer would be 2x squared minus 7x minus 8. Next one, I'm going to write all out. So 2x to the fifth divided by 2x plus 6x to the fourth divided by 2x minus 10x divided by 2x. 2 divided by 2 is 1. And I'm left with negative x to the fifth divided by x. When I divide like bases, I subtract the exponents. So this would be negative x to the fourth plus 6 divided by 2 is 3. X to the fourth divided by x is x cubed, minus 10 divided by 2 is 5. X divided by x cancels each other off. So my answer would be negative x to the fourth plus 3x cubed minus 5. Next, here I have negative 64x to the fifth divided by negative 8x plus 32x to the fourth divided by negative 8x and minus 72x divided by negative 8x. Negative 64 divided by 8, negative 8 is 8. X to the fifth divided by x is x to the fourth, minus 32 divided by negative 8 is negative 4, so that's why I have a minus 4 here. This would be x cubed, 72, so minus a negative 72, which means I'm really adding. 72 divided by negative 8 is negative 9, so minus a negative 9 means plus 10, plus 9. The x's cancel off, and my answer is 8x to the fourth minus 4x cubed plus 9. Next, using long division. So this first polynomial is in the box. So I'm going to have 15c to the fourth minus 4c squared plus 10. And I'm dividing that by 5c squared. Now I have to match this 5c squared with the 15c to the fourth. So that would give me 3c squared. So I'm going to put 3c squared here. That's my c squared column. Then I multiply 5 times 3 is 15. C squared times c squared is c to the fourth. Then I subtract below and I get 0. Then I bring down the next term, which is a minus 4c squared. And now I got to think, what do I multiply 3 versus 5 by to get 4? Well, that would be 4/5. Because 4/5 times 5 is 4. I already have my c squared. So 4/5 times c squared is, and I have to make that a minus, so it'd be a minus 4/5. So that would give us a minus 4c squared. When I subtract this, I'm really adding the opposite, which will make that equal to 0. Bring down the 10. And I think, what do I multiply 5c squared by to get close to 10? Well, 5 times 2, I need to get a positive 10, so 5 times 2 gives me 10. But I need to get rid of that c squared. So if I divide that by c squared, that will now give me a positive 10. If I subtract below, that gives me 0. So my final answer for this one would be 3c squared minus 4/5 plus 2 divided by c squared. Next, find this division find the quotient of this one using long division. So I have 12d to the 5th minus 6d to the 3rd plus 9. All of that I'm dividing by 3d squared. So I need 3d squared times what gives me 3d to the 5th. 3 times 4 gives us 12. And then d to the 3rd gives us d to the 5th. If I subtract that, it gives me 0. Bring down to minus 6d cubed. And now I think, what do I multiply to get from 3 to negative 6? That would be a negative 2. And then d squared to d cubed would be d. So negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. D squared times d is d cubed. I need to subtract all of this, which really means I'm adding. And I get 0. And I bring down to 9. So I need to know, what do I multiply 3 by to get 9? So that would be a positive 3. To get rid of the d squared, I have to divide by d squared. Because d squared divided by d squared is 1. So that gives me just 9. Subtract them below and I get 0. So my final answer would be 4d cubed minus 2d plus 3 over d squared. Next, using long division here, so I got 18x to the 4th plus x cubed minus 6, and I need to divide that by 2x. So 9 times 2 is 18. X times x cubed gives me x to the 4th. Subtract, and I get x cubed left over, or I bring down the x cubed. So now I'm going to get from 2x to x cubed. That means I need to multiply by a positive x squared all over 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. X squared times x is x cubed. Subtract below and I get 0. Bring down the minus 6. And I need to multiply 2x times a number to get negative 6. So for this one, I would multiply this by negative 3. To get rid of the x, I need to divide by x. So that would give me negative 6. I subtract below, that gives me 0. So my answer is 9x to the 3rd plus x squared all over 2 minus 3 over x. Next, try by using the inverse. So here, when you're dividing by the inverse, you're really multiplying by the reciprocal. So I'm really doing the reciprocal of 3xy over 2, which would be 2 divided by 3xy. And then I'm going to multiply it by the polynomial of 3x to the 4th y squared over 1 minus 4x cubed y cubed over 1 plus 12x squared y to the 4th over 1. And then it just distributes in the numerator. So then I get 6x to the 4th y squared all over 3xy minus 8x cubed y cubed all over 3xy plus 24 x squared y to the fourth over 3xy. And then simplify from there. 6 divided by 3 is 2. X to the fourth divided by x is x cubed. Y squared divided by y is y. Minus 8/3 would be x squared y squared plus 8xy cubed. Next, going to multiply by the reciprocal, so this will be 5 over 2xy. Multiply this by 4x cubed, y to the fourth over 1 minus 4x squared y squared over 1 plus 25x cubed y squared over 1. So we're going to just distribute. So that gives us 20x cubed y to the fourth over 2xy minus 20x squared y squared over 2xy plus 125x cubed y squared over 2xy. My final answer would be 10x squared y cubed minus 10xy plus 125 over 2. This would be x squared y. And our final problem, multiply by the reciprocal, so this would be 3 over ab multiplied by 3a to the fifth b over 4 plus 1a cubed b squared over 2 minus 2ab to the fourth all over 3. So if I distribute, that gives us 9a to the fifth b all over 4ab plus 3a cubed b squared all over 2ab minus 6ab to the fourth all over 3ab. Simplify, that gives me 9 over 4. A to the fourth, b's cancel off, plus 3/2 a squared b minus 2 a's divide out, b to the third. So that is our lesson on dividing polynomials.